Hi. Morning, everyone. Hoping you're having a great day. It's Friday, October 23rd. Talking to you from Borrella, Colombia. Been here since February, so got here about a month. Had an amazing time, then everything shut down. Quarantine was very strict here, but now the country's opening back up and just trying to check out different cities before I have to leave December. Uh, yeah, so it's one thing about amazing about Medellin and Pereira. It's like it has spring weather all year round, so it doesn't get too hot, it doesn't get too cold here. Um, it's really green here. Food is really delicious here. People are really nice. I think Colombia gets a bad rap about like it's dangerous and everything. Yeah, there's parts you don't want to go to, but overall, it's pretty good. Yeah, you don't want to do certain things like wear your headphones because no one's wearing headphones here. So if you wear headphones, it's a signal that like, oh, hey, this guy might have something. But yeah, I was in the Marines, 6'3", so pretty vigilant, trying to like have that situational awareness about what's going on and everything. But yeah, just traveling through Latin America, trying to learn Spanish. Quiero aprender español porque quiero hablar español con ustedes en el futuro. Uh, so that's why I'm here. I want to learn Spanish so I can speak to everyone in Spanish because I feel like financial planning and personal development is pretty big. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Joe Bautista. I grew up in Oregon. I'm the son of a immigrant from Mexico. And yeah, I just realized like, oh, I want to give back. So like, okay, how can I help out? And I'm like, oh, let me do financial planning. Money was important to me growing up as a kid because like I saw that hey, it can provide you more opportunities, and especially when I went to visit my dad's family in Oaxaca, Mexico, I was like, wow, these people do not have the same amount of opportunities as I do compared to Oregon. So I'm like, okay, what can I do? So I was like, I'm going to create my own business where I do financial planning and self development for folks, just so that they can live their best life. Um, and that's important. And I just realized that, and that's the topic of today's Facebook Live is okay is not okay. Life is short. You don't have to accept anything that's in your life. You can change it. Reality is negotiable, but you got to know how to negotiate with reality. And yeah, I've been running my own financial planning business for about a year, and a couple months, about 14 months. I was a financial planner at this other firm for about 4 years. So I'm coming up to 6 years as a financial planner. I love my job. But I realized I had to start my own thing to help me do what I wanted to do. I wanted to focus on Latinos and everything. And Latinos don't have a lot of assets. And I was told like, hey, you probably can't focus on these Latinos because they don't have assets for you to roll over. I was like, okay, 500,000. Yeah, most of the people I met was like, yeah, they're Henrys, they're high earners, not rich yet. They're making more money than their parents. So that's why I switched to the XY Financial Planning Network to help me do what I want to do. So I do a subscription model uh, where my clients pay a monthly fee. It's a sliding scale based on their income. One thing awesome about living here in Colombia, it allows me to go after the people just starting out. And that's who I really like helping with their financial planning needs, and just like help them grow their money, help them be their best selves, and yeah, just now I love what I do. At my last job, I was like, this is not for me. I don't think I want to do this anymore. But then I found out about the XY Financial Planning Network, which is a association that I joined, which is about 1,000 fee-for-service financial advisors. So I always go to them if I have any questions or anything. So I realized like I rather do this than what I did before, and this is for me. I love what I do. No one tells me what to do. I do not do well if people tell me what to do, or which I don't think is the best. If it's the right thing to do, I will do it. But like I was in the Marines, I was a federal government, and just like the politics and those two things. It's like, nah, this is not based on meritocracy. This is based on like politics, nepotism, like who's the friend, who's the family, and everything. And I'm like, yeah, this is not where I want to be, and that's why I started my own thing. So the idea is okay is not okay, and the reason why okay is not okay is because life is short. Something could happen to us today, and that would be it. And the way I see the world, and that's from this book called On the Shortness of Life by Seneca. That book I read every year. It changed my life. It just makes me realize like most people are stingy with their money, but they're spendthrift. They're stingy with their money, but they give away their time. But should be the other way around, because you can never make another hour, but you can make another dollar again. And yeah, even though I had to take a step back and we're like, okay, this is what I got to do to help me reach my goals. I created a plan because I want to see like what can I do to make my life better. I don't want to live an okay life. I want to live a great life on my own terms. I want to live my perfect life. It's not always great. There's ups and downs and everything. But what I try to do is like, okay, what is the end goal for this? Is this going to help me fill out my cup? Is it going to fill my purpose up? And I really want to help out Latinos with their finances, because if we can help Latinos with their finances and their self-development, hey, they're going to be more prepared for the future, and they're going to have more control and flexibility over life, and not have as much struggle and everything. And the same for Latin America. Hey, if I can come down here and be like, hey, I'm here to teach you, here's the things you need to know about business, about life, about money, and everything. These are the books you should read to help you have better relationships and everything. That is, that's what I want to do. Help people go from good to great, because, okay, I love my life right now. I've been traveling since October of last year. So October 28th will be 1 year overseas and learning Spanish. So my Spanish is pretty good. I was at the market yesterday. I had to buy some pants because I'm about to go on this hike up in the mountains. I'm like, okay, I don't want to wear these jeans. I want to wear something comfortable but also warm. So I got these like sweatpants. And I was able to have an entire conversation with them in Spanish. I'm like, okay, I'm doing pretty well. A lot of people here in Korea think, yeah, you speak pretty good Spanish. You understand what's going on. You're not, we're able to have a conversation. We're not able, like, it's not like like, hola, oh, gracias, and that's it. It's more in depth than that. So, hey, I'm able to understand them. So that makes me proud as well. So the idea is like, life is short, but life is long as you know how to use it. And as long as I can say, hey, I'm doing everything I can do to help me live my best life, that's all I can ask for. I might not, I have bigger ambitions, like what I want to do in terms of my career and grow this business and everything, but I'm doing all that I can. I came across this like saying a week ago on a podcast or 2 weeks ago, something like that, is you can't speed things up, but you can't slow things down either. And all you can do is all you can do. And that's all I'm doing. So just realize life is short. You could go away. I had a friend in the Marines, and I passed away, this year in a car accident. And it's like, oh yeah, that's he was my roommate in the Marines. And done at 32. It's sad. Rest in peace. Just realize like anything can happen. If you look at Chad Boswick, he at 42? Yeah. We don't have all the time in the world. So make sure we use it right. The other thing to help you realize that okay is not okay is this other saying is pain instructs, suffering is needless. So when you're dealing with okay, you're humans are really good at dealing with suffering. We survived lots of famines. We've survived lots of if you look at 200 years ago, what people had to deal with to survive. Oh my God, that would suck compared to today. Like if you live today and you move back 250 years ago and had to live that lifestyle, you would not have fun. Because you know what you have today compared to back in the day. So like those people didn't know what they didn't know, and they just suffered through it. They're like, hey, this is part of life. This is what we got to do. We have to deal with smallpox. We have to deal with all these parasites. We have to deal with these wars and it's a lot better today than it was 250 years ago, and everything wasn't as peachy. But you get tuberculosis and you just like die like much faster. Like the average age life expectancy was like in their 40s 250 years ago. Now it's like 70, close to 70, or like, yeah, it's around 70, that range. And you don't have to do, but like we suffer in other ways because we're just like, I don't know. The thing that's like, I don't know, ever want to do is I don't want to take an hour to go to work and I don't want to take an hour to get back. That's 2 hours of my life. I'm never going to get that time back again. And it's just going to cause me to neglect my health and I'm not going to be able to enjoy it. So that's why I like working from home. But it's uncomfortable to do things like these Facebook Lives. It's uncomfortable to ask people for business. It's uncomfortable to have certain conversations with family members. But that pain instructs you. And when you're able to reflect on it, you can grow from it. Suffering is needless. It's not going to do anything for you. It is not worth it. It's causes bad relationships, cause people to be mediocre in their jobs. But like we really as people hate uncertainty. So what happens is we just deal with the suffering. Like we don't know what it takes to like leave your job to start your own business, and you don't know everything. Yeah, I made tons of mistakes. I felt a lot of pain trying to start this businesses with like, oh, I'm going to get this business. Oh, at the last second they quit or they do it. And then afterwards, like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. It's like, yeah. So, but things are a lot better with this new business because I'm starting with experience. I love listening to stories of comedians and how they like this. I was listening to Colin Quinn on the Joe Rogan podcast last night. He's like, yeah, he's in the 80s, just grinding, just doing all these things to make it. And like, I don't know, now he's living his life. Like I don't know how much more famous he wants to be, Colin Quinn, but like, just like the other comedians, like Ron Funches is someone I like to listen to a lot. Not his comedy, but his podcast and his story. He had another good one on just like his, like, yeah, like Ron Funches, like at 18 or 19, impregnated his girlfriend, and then like he's doing he quit his job as a teller and he's just doing comedy shows and he's just, yeah, but now he's living his best life at 34 years old, 33 years old. So I'm like, wow, that is amazing. But it's 10 years of struggle and everything. But then after that, you have the best life of your life. Like it's a lot of pain, but if you reflect on that pain and you don't shy away from the next opportunity to grow, then life can be pretty good. Suffering would be Ron sticking at his teller job and not following his dream. That was be miserable. Like I was a federal employee. It's like, nah, this is not for me. I gotta get out of here. I'm always complaining. No, I was complaining to my ex-partner. I was like, that took a toll on her. And yeah, life is not good. I am so much happier now. So much happier out of the Marines. Learned a lot of things from the Marines, but realized like, hey, this is not for me. I want to do my own thing. I'm very ambitious, going to try to do as many things as I can. And yeah, one thing I love about being my own business owner is I can live here in Colombia. Hey, I'm going to live in Mexico in December for 5 months, and I just do what I want to do. Hey, if I want to take a break, I take a break. But to get that lifestyle, like it required me a lot of pain into like, oh, I got to do this. Hey, I got to do that, and everything to make this happen, and just get the job done. That's all you can do. But don't suffer. Pain instructs, suffering is needless. And the last thing to help you not get a okay life is realize that the best way to predict the future is to create. I'm really good at setting goals and accomplishing them. I'm like, okay, this is really good personality exam. I don't think you take it as an individual, only as groups, but there's 4 areas that people fall into. There's excite, examine, explore, and execute. And I'm really good at executing and exploring. Exploring is planning. Examine is like looking in the weeds and like, hey, what's going on? I can do it, but I'm really good at planning and executing. So when it comes to like me predicting my future, I'd be like, okay, here's the steps that I need to take to help me get there. Here's the things that I need to help me reach my goals. Sometimes I'm like, I go too fast and I'm like, oh, I forgot to do this over here. But the thing is, you can learn how, once you realize like, hey, failure is not fatal, you can like fall and then recover. The key thing is you just want to make sure you're down. When you fall, you don't fall down where it's like you're in the hole for 2 years. You're in the hole for like a month at most. But most failures, you're in the hole for like a day to a week and everything. But like whatever future you want to have, figure out, okay, what is the best way to make it happen? And I really model my activities after other people. Like my goal with Grow with Joe is I want to make sure that, hey, more Latino, like 10,000 Latino families are having their financial planning needs taken along with their personal development needs. And then from there, I want to hire more. And to do that, I need to hire about 100, or even 50. Yeah, I could get away with 50. 50 to 100 financial advisors underneath me, so that it should be about 50 financial advisors that I would need to help me reach that goal. It could be 100. And then, so then what I got to do, so I'm like, okay, I got to build up to 50 clients. I got to sell these courses. Once I sell these courses, I need to hire this person. I need to hire that person. So it's all part of my long-term plan to help me help out 10,000 families. Specifically, I want to help out Latinos, but I would help out anybody. I want to help out Latinos because only 2% of financial advisors are Latinos, and the population of the United States is about 18, 19% Latino. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done to help out these folks. And what I'm trying to do is do the steps right now to help me get that future that I want. And I feel like that's going to give me my great life. It's going to give me a lot of purpose. And then I could feel like it could set the example for others down the road. And that's the best thing you can do is just set the example, have higher standards for yourself than you have for other folks, and just realize people don't know what they don't know and everything. And that's why I do these videos, and just realize that, hey, if you don't know, now you know. And the more you know, the more you can grow as a person and realize like, oh, these are the opportunities I can have in life. If I didn't listen to these financial planning podcasts, I would not have started my own business. I was like, oh, this is the only way to think how to do business. And if I would have known about this business that I could have done, I would not have joined my other firm. But I'm glad I joined my other firm because I met some good people that I'm still friends with. So maybe I just needed that. I don't know. I'm not I don't really like to believe in that. Like you make the best out of any situation you're in, but I don't know. So weird is life has some luck to it. Life is weird. And the idea is that, hey, just go out and just try your best and don't deal with okay. The enemy of great is good. So whatever changes you have to make, start making them. If you don't know how to make them, reach out to a professional, read some books, listen to podcasts, and just go after it. Like you only get one shot at life. So make sure it's your best shot that you can take. Make sure it's a high percentage shot that you can take. You don't want to take a full court shot to win your game. No, you want to make the layup or the dunk if you could dunk. So train yourself to dunk as well, because you still might get blocked by someone, or you might get blocked by the rim. But the idea is like, hey, if your skills are high enough, maybe you can like lay it in. I don't know. I love basketball, so that's a nice basketball analogy just made up on the fly. So if you want my book, More You Know, More You Grow, which gives you personal development tips and everything, just go to growwithjoe.me/book, and you can download the book right there. DM me if you want to sit down with me for a meeting or anything. Just send me a message, leave a comment, can help you out. If you sign up for my book, you also get access to my newsletter. There's links on this Facebook page. on my Facebook page that comes out every Sunday to give you like, hey, here's my insight for the week, and then here's some other like things that I'm doing about my life. So hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and remember, if you go with Joe, you can grow with Joe, because Joe knows Joe. All right, take care.